Hello, welcome back, and thanks for joining me again. It's Judy from Thistledew Creations, and I'm just going to finish up this little Mentos journal that I'm making for my friend Kim. We have a little notepad in the front in a Mentos pocket, and a notepad in a belly band here. And then I was going to do another little notepad in this corner tuck or something. I hadn't really decided. I'd like to do a variety of things, not just all the same. So maybe another little booklet would be better. Just the scraps that I have kind of go this way. They fit this way. Let's see here. Purple page, but this has a lot of other colors on it that we could pull out. Certainly could do the green here. And of course we could do the purple. I don't know if we need 3 of each, but where this takes us. I was kind of thinking this would be the cover or part of the cover. Maybe what I could do one of each color. I'm kind of forgetting that I have more of these papers. So why don't I dig into this? Actually, this is where the black might work. And then I wouldn't have to wreck my other signature. Okay, so I've got one of each color here. I'm going to repeat that again. So I went pink, blue, purple, green. Let's give it 8 pages. And they're going to need to be cut down, so I'm going to take that perforated edge off for starters. that's enough. And then how am I going to fasten these in? Could this just be... stapled? Use some strips to this is going to be too tall, so let's shorten this just a bit. Backwards so I can see my line. And then rather than cut these edges, I'm going to fold them in, but I got to figure out how wide this is going to be first. If I just do this and staple them in, that's one way I could do it. Or I have strips that I could glue, do like a tab binding. I don't remember how that goes exactly. I did it at Christmas. I think I need these smaller. Let's do 2-inch. I could do I'm not thinking very clearly, am I? I do a tab there, and then the next one would be a single. Is that right? No, I need to do 3. Okay, so these get folded in half. And half gets glued on the cover. Actually, I'm going to glue it on the page first because I want to glue it right on that edge there. It's more important that that look nice. Again, I gotta fold it in half. This will just help me keep everything straight. Okay, so that is backwards. Needs to go this way. And then I'll move that. I'm not sure how close it should be right to the fold. I'm going to leave a gap. And then when those fold down, it'll be, make sure I've got it top to bottom where I want it. Yep. And now I will do the other side of this tab. And I think I need to put a third one in the middle. So I got to figure out where the middle is between these two. So it's 5.5. So half of that is 2 3/4. So 5 would be 2.5. Like another half, so that's another quarter. So 2 3/4. So I want to center it on that line. So like that. And these ones just went up to the red line. And then when I turn the page, I want to do 2 tabs in between. So in between is, if I center it up there at 2.5, so 1 1/4 is half of 2.5. I'm going to center my tab on that spot. This should be the same. And I can make these purple. Fold them in half. I'm just kind of eyeing it for center. And then I'll move this over closer, just like that. Trying to line up the lines on the sheet here so that it isn't hard to look at. And I'll glue the other side of these tabs. And fold them over. And fold that over. So now here I'll use pink. And these ones I have to put back lined up with the green ones, the first ones I did. So I need 3. and I can see, you can just see them through there. So a lot of people ask, how can I bind a book without sewing? A lot of people ask, how can I bind a book with single pages? And this is how you do it. It's one way. I made the book without sewing. Now I'm making the ephemera and booklets without sewing. Okay, I'll get this maybe a little closer. It can be touching those green ones, I think. Let's just see how this flips through so far. So that opens. Yeah, you do need that little tiny space in there. And this isn't quite even, so let's pull that out. Gosh, that holds quickly, doesn't it? There. Now, this one, I don't think you're supposed to be able to see those layers. They're supposed to be like directly on top of each other. So this might not turn out as perfect as I would like it. What color tab? Blue? And just 2 of them this time. I'm lining up with the purple tabs. Let's do closer. I'm limited to how close I can move it. My pages are walking that way. I can only go as close as that green tab on the first layer. So that's what I'm going to do. And then this one I'm going to move back. A bit. Let's see here. It's crooked. Here we'll do purple tabs. to needing 3. And I don't have 3, so I'm going to cut another. Now, I think this time I'm going to set the sheet down on top of these instead of folding them over onto it. See if I can get it back on track. Doing that. And then here I can use green. Do I have 2 greens? Don't think so. I got 1. Sorry, I'm not very talkative. This is just more of a concentration thing. Plus, I think the 3-in-1 is making me woozy. Do be careful with it. It's acetone based. It can get to your head a little bit. Just that it dries so much faster than tacky, so that's why I use it when I'm filming sometimes. Now 3 pinks is what I need. I only have 1. So I'm still just using the tear off strip from the top of the pad for these tabs. This does make the book a little thick at the spine. That just means you can add some stuff out at the other edge. Maybe some page edges or something. I could put a couple of the Mentos page edgers. One more. Oh, actually, I have to stop there because I don't want to end it on a 2 tab. So I'll end it there. Oh, and I need to I'll put my 2 tabs. No, I can put this page because that'll be 2 tabs. And then I'll do 3 more tabs to hold it to the back cover. So that works. So I only need 2. So I could do blue. Because I have 2 blues. I remember correctly, there was something about using even numbers or odd numbers. I can't remember which it was for these. But I think it also does depend on whether you're gluing it into a cover or not. So then what color do I want these last ones? What was the first cover? Pink and green. So green and pink. I need 3. Yeah, I did this for the first time on a massive project last Christmas for the Advent calendar swap. And I made a really big book out of the thick-ish cardboard. It's not corrugated cardboard, it's like craft paper, thick paper that they put between the layers of the water bottles at the grocery store when you're buying like a case of 24. I took one of the papers from in between and I cut it up into the pages for this Advent calendar book. And then on each page of the book there was a whole bunch of pockets and tucks and ephemera and goodies. It was quite the project. The book turned out like almost a foot thick and it was really wonky. It was full of goodies though, that's all that matters. I think she liked it. I can't remember who the partner was for that. I think it was in Junk Journal Junkies Canada. I'm pretty sure it went out west. I can't remember who it went to now. Don't remember what I used for my tabs either. Okay. So there's my book with the tab binding. That one binds a little bit. It's certainly not perfect. And then my cover, I'll just fold in that much. And I think I'm just going to glue that down. It's a little small to be a tuck spot unless I extended it. I suppose I could do that. Yeah, I'll glue that down and then I'll add a tuck spot on each, on the front and the back cover. That'll really stiffen it up. And this is almost exactly the right length. Here's where I could use two of the blue ones if I want them the same. I don't even think I'm going to cut that one. I'll make something to go in here. And I'll do the same over here. I don't really need both lines because what I'm going to do is just start it at one end. And line my page up so that that's straight. And then just crease it across. And where's the other blue one? There it is. This loose bits of paper off. So this is like a book within a book. It doesn't need much more than that, does it? And that'll sit right in there. Cutting it close because it can't go all the way down because of the gluing down here. But it does fit. Yeah, it does fit. I've got about 1/8 of an inch there at the top. So that's good. 36 minutes. Let's do a flip through here and see what we feel it needs. I think I want to do that matchbook still. I could do that in a separate video though. So we got our cover, which is fairly thin. And then we've got a belly band with a notepad. And this little book we just made in a corner tuck. And then this is going to be our matchbook. So we'll do that in the next video. And then we've got a journaling card in the back. And I'll make another journaling card for in the back and front of that little book too. They'll have to be smaller ones, but I can do the same thing, collage, and then decorate. I'll maybe decorate them all in one video for you. So the next video will be this one. So do join me. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. But most of all, have a great day and happy crafting.